Hello guys, my name is Ray, and one thing you don't know about me is that I actually made this stop. Okay, I had a bit of an issue last video with the sound, which I admit it was not great. I personally didn't like it, but I didn't want to record the video a fifth time because I just knew that I was gonna chicken out of actually posting it. So this video, I'm trying something a little bit different. I am recording on my phone using the headphones. I just place them in a way that's more direct to the flow of my voice. Plus, I am doing a backup recording on my tablet, which hopefully one of the two sound recordings will be good enough for me to use, and hopefully I can sync them properly so it doesn't drive any of us insane. Okay? Today is Sunday, the 13th of July, and I uploaded my first ever YouTube video. It was something very scary, but the amazing people from the server that I'm in with other authors have been incredibly kind and incredibly nice to me. So I love that. Even if I'm just speaking to them for a while, I don't mind. I don't care because they're so nice, and I just love to have their support for however long they want to give me the support. Some of my friends also watched it, and one of them told me that she was very proud of me, and that was very nice. Almost made me cry. So anyway, it is Sunday night. That means that my mom just picked up my brother. He spends a couple of days with her because on Mondays I have to go into my job in person. So he stays with her for Monday and Tuesdays so I can have a little bit of a break. And that usually just means that I get to catch up on cleaning and other stuff. But it's fine. For now, my plan is to eat my leftover burger from lunch, have that for dinner, and maybe try to get some works done. Hopefully, I was planning on cleaning, but then I was like, it's Sunday, I can wait. The dishes can wait one more day. So I was watching a video of one of the other authors on the server, and he was trying to write 10k words in 1 week, which is something that I cannot do, but it really inspired me to try to get even if it's a little bit of words done today. So we're gonna try. As for my mood boards, I got them done. I got them uploaded to the server today, and I will be showing them to you. Like, click. And I decided the other day that my beat project is actually going to be Project Caves because I started to have like all of these ideas, and I actually started outlining the chapters. Not exactly like a very detailed outline, but I did start to brainstorm some ideas for each chapter. So far, I have six, and I think it's also going to be a novella situation. I don't know how long it will end up being, but I'm very excited about it as well. So I want to try to make some progress on prophecy and project prophecy, and after that I will maybe try to get another set of chapters done. I was um, writing my ideas for one chapter and then stopping and working on a couple of keychain commissions that I have that I'm supposed to finish next week, and I'm almost done honestly, but I'm procrastinating because I get bored. Um, but I was doing that the other day when I finished early from work, and you are probably going to see the footage because I did record a little bit of me writing that day. Um, so hopefully I can get my work done early enough the rest of the week and get some writing done as well. It is gonna be a busy week because tomorrow it's Monday. I need to take Kai, my dog, out to the vet to get her stitches out, and then my brother has speech therapy on Tuesday, and he has a revision with his physical therapist on Wednesday, and on Thursday we are actually going out of town to have a consultation with a neurosurgeon to see how his brain has been um, developing since the accident. We are still. He had a craniectomy. He has part of his skull out, so we need to wait a bit for the rest of his brain to go back to its normal size before we can return that skull to his head. I promise you, I'm very smart in Spanish. Like, I'm able to keep up with the neurosurgeons in Spanish. I've been reading and learning a lot about neurocognitive rehab, neurological rehab. I got a couple of books about it because I feel more in control and more prepared when I know things. I have a background, I have a bachelor's in psychology, and actually, neurological psychology was one of my favorite subjects in school, and it was one of my classes that I did the best on. So, thankfully, that has helped us because I've been able to keep up with the doctors the entire time. And I've been able to translate everything that the doctors have been telling me to the rest of my family. I've been able to be that bridge, and I've also been able to advocate for my brother, and I've been able to search for the best options that we have when it comes to his rehab and trying to get him to have the best chances of becoming not who he used to be, because that's gonna be very hard due to the areas of injury in his brain, but as close as that as possible. And that right now means that he needs a lot of time and attention. So I'm probably not going to get a lot of writing done on Thursday. But the rest of the week, well, maybe I will also be a little bit slow on Friday because since the neurosurgeon is out of town, we have to travel like an hour and a half to the other hospital in the other city, and then wait for the consultation, and then come back here to my town. So that's probably gonna take at least half a day if we're lucky, and that usually means that if I have a busy week with work as well, I'm probably gonna have a flare up during Friday and Saturday just because I know myself. So it is likely that I'm not gonna be as productive on those 2 days, but I'm gonna try to take it slow. Maybe I will be working from my sofa or from my bed, but I am gonna try. And I've decided that on the days where I really don't feel that I have the mental capacity to write, I am going to be working on illustrations for the books. Right now, just for project prophecy, because I already have 15K words done. I have 15, no, I have 9 chapters done, which means that for each one of those chapters, I can pull a good scene that I really love and turn it into a rough draft of an illustration to have at the end of the chapter. Because I don't know how old you guys are, but when I was a kid, a teen, sort of like in the early 2000s, books used to have illustrations. Like, I think, like this one, like, look. This is Blood Ink by Cornelia Funke from the Ink Heart series that I'm very slow at reading this book. But a lot of books used to be like that. They used to have like these little symbolic illustration at the end of the chapter, and I kind of want to do that just because I really loved it as a kid, and as I grew older, was seeing it less and less and less and less. So that is something that I also want to do. So I've decided that on days where I don't really feel like pulling out my dog and typing and thinking of scenes, thinking of dialogue, thinking of narration and descriptions, which can be a little bit tiring, I am still gonna be flexing those muscles, those art muscles, via some illustrations. And who knows, maybe we'll get the cover done at some point as well. But I don't not sure if I'm gonna be showing you guys just because some of them might contain spoilers, but I'm excited about adding that to the verse of projects. I've also decided that I'm gonna be making a journal for not only my writing but my blogs as well. I'm gonna be dividing the journal in blocks. So, for example, probably tomorrow when I'm back from work, I'm gonna be setting up what I want to add on this next video that's gonna be going up the first Saturday probably of August. I'm gonna be writing down which goals I wanna reach when it comes to my projects, which goals I wanna reach when it comes of my illustrations, which goals I wanna reach, and they're just like suggesting goals. If I don't reach them, that's fine. I'm not gonna be mad at myself or punish myself if I don't make them. But
send me to space and free. My satellite just look
so this is just hopefully a quick update on my week. As you could see, it was kind of busy and it was productive. Actually, I made it to 18k, which is around like halfway through the 10th chapter. And I was also able to sort of brainstorm, outline like 4 chapters of Project Caves, which actually is very productive, especially for how busy last week was. Or, I mean, it's Sunday night, but this past week. I For next week, most of my brother's appointments are in the morning, so I should be able to have the afternoon mostly free to do. I mean, aside from being here with him in case he needs anything, I should have my afternoon free for writing after work. But I was thinking, and something that I've been slacking off because of everything going on, it's actually like my house chores. My house is clean, but it could be cleaner. So one thing that I want to implement this next week is something that I saw on an Instagram reel, which is doing closing shift. Which, I mean, if you haven't worked in a restaurant or in a bar before, it's just basically doing reset every day. So putting things back to their place, doing uh, cleaning, and just like at night leaving the house as clean as possible. So I was thinking that every day after work, I'm gonna take a little break just to rest in case my brother doesn't need anything. And after that, I'm going to be doing a daily reset. And after that reset is done, and only after that reset is done, I'm gonna be taking an hour for productive writing. And why do I consider productive writing? Basically, new words, um, scenes that I am okay with leaving them like that on the first draft. If I go back on previous chapters and edit something, that's not counting for productive writing. It has to be something new added to the document or a new chapter outlined on Project Caves. That's what I'm counting as productive writing. I'm gonna be trying to do 4 20-minute sprints per day. Hopefully, that should be good to put me on a good point on my docs. And if this works, hopefully it's something that I can keep doing um, for however long it lasts. So that's it. I don't I got a mic. As you can see, I got a mic. And you're gonna wonder, why did I get a mic and a tripod like I showed you when I only have 7 followers? Well, the answer is, I want all 7 of you to have a good time when you listen or watch my vlogs. It was mostly annoying me when I edited how bad the sound quality was. And this mic was actually very cheap. I've been testing it throughout the week and I think it's very good. I don't love holding it, but it also gives me something to do with my hand. So that's good. I could just do that as well. I think that works very nicely. But then what would I be doing with my hands? So at least for this vlog or this outro, I'm gonna be holding it like this. Um, as you can see, we're not in my normal setup, which is my room. This is my living room, and you can see my kitchen. Thankfully, it's clean. Because remember how a few minutes ago for you, but for me, last Sunday, I said that I didn't flare up as badly. Well, that was a lie. Well, it wasn't a lie at the moment, but I did flare up a lot more throughout the week. A lot of pain. I was feverish. I'm still am kind of feverish, and there's really nothing I can do. I know it's just part of being chronically ill and over extending myself with everything going on. But that plus me attempting to do daily resets had really showed me that it's okay to slow down. I really tried to do daily resets. I couldn't. I think I only did it Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I just cleaned a little today. My house wasn't as dirty, and one thing that I would say, it was nice to do the dishes almost daily because sometimes I do let them pile up, but that has nothing to do with writing. The thing that I was going to is, after I did closing shift, I was too tired to write or draw or really be creative. Even reading, I read like 10% of the arc that I'm reading, and I was just, it's good, it's fun so far, but I was just falling asleep because of how tired I was. So it really taught me that it's okay to sometimes just slow down for a bit. So I'm gonna try to stay up top of cleaning just by doing a little bit every day and not rush, because I tempt I tend to do, once I start cleaning, I want to get everything done like within an hour, and sometimes that's just not how it goes. So I've been trying to allow myself to do a couple of things, take a little break, and do more things. And that's what I'm gonna try and do the following week. I'm also going to try and start working out at some point. Not like hard workouts. I mostly want to do my stretches because I have an injury on my back and on my shoulder that do need me to work them so they don't hurt more. And I have not been doing that, and they have been hurting a lot. And especially my shoulder, because I've been crocheting a lot, because I've got a lot of orders. As you saw today, actually, I spent like an hour driving around town delivering orders. And it's nice because I do need extra money right now for all of my brother things, but also it's just good for my brain to be doing something with my hands. um so yeah. And I don't want my shoulder to get too bad to the point where I need complete rest, because I want to keep writing and I want to keep drawing and I want to keep crocheting. So I do need to start implementing my PT exercises into my life again. uh why am I doing, it's Friday night today. Why am I doing this today instead of a Sunday? It's because I was editing week 1, and she was already at 20 minutes, and I'm trying to not have a 30-minute blog or a 40-minute blog being my second blog, because I know people are not gonna care that much. So I'm trying to keep it short. I found out that if I take like an hour to edit and have everything ready, I can do bi-weekly after all. If as long as I'm editing week by week, and then just add the last week and render everything in post. So I'm probably gonna be editing this vlog tomorrow, Saturday, so I can have it out by Sunday. And that's that. So it's not as long. When it came to writing, I actually had a very productive 2 weeks. I finished 2 chapters these 2 weeks. I finished one chapter per week. I did chapter 10 on week one, chapter 11. I finished it like, I think it was Wednesday. I showed you, I recorded it when I updated my little spreadsheet that I keep count of how many words I have. And I think I'm gonna write more today. My brother is currently out with friends. His friends texted me that they wanted to have a boys' night and they came pick him up. And that's very good for him because he has a big support system and he gets to just enjoy himself. Mostly because when we're at home, sometimes I'm like, we need to do your PT exercises, we need to do your language therapy exercises, and we need to do uh, things to stimulate your brain so it can heal. And he sometimes gets annoyed with me. So I understand. And it's good for him to just be out and be a young man having fun with his friends. So he's currently out with friends. And I think I'm just gonna have a slow night. It's Friday night. I'm gonna put on some movies. I'm gonna write. I'm gonna try to finish, not finish, but maybe get to a halfway point of chapter 11. Yeah, I finished 9 and 10. Yeah, I'm doing 11. I'm sorry, I think I said it wrong earlier. I just, I'm so close to 20K words. So maybe I'll try to reach that, but I don't know. I don't know how much I'm going to show you because the phone that I record on is very low on battery right now, and my normal phone is currently charging, and I only have one charger. So I don't know if I'm going to show you, but I'll try. Probably on next blog. And next blog, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll decide between today and Sunday. But probably I'm gonna try to focus more on writing than just showing you my life, because I'm not a lifestyle blogger. I am a writer, and I need to show you that I am a writer, which is difficult when I don't have mental space to write. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and be better. So I guess I'll be seeing you next week, and thank you so much for being here. And if you made it to this point, maybe tell me what's some of your favorite hobbies, something that you do to wind down, like just relax. And that's that. Thank you. Hang on.